So there will be 3 teams of All-Stars with 8 players each and the Rising Stars winners. There will be 2 semifinal games up to 40 points and then a championship game with each player on the winning team getting $125,000.
You guys are getting paid?
We got to do something. Obviously, the last couple of years have not been a great All-Star game that Sunday night.
Himself into a superstar here. Oh, LeBron came a little low off the backboard.
I think I can smell shite.
As well, went for 26 last year, 32 the year before, as LeBron with an air ball.
Yes, I can definitely smell shite.
When it comes to modern-day NBA superstar, these guys are the most pampered and entitled players we've ever seen. As compared to past eras, they have every advantage you could possibly imagine and still complain. They have the best travel, get the most rest, best medical training, physical training, and of course, get paid 10 times more than players in past eras. And despite all that, they complain non-stop about fans, the media being too critical, refs not being up to standard, and worst of all, they complain about having to play basketball, their job, while getting paid millions of dollars.
We travel crazy. We play a bunch of games.
Are you crying?
A rule like 65 games need to be played in order to win an MVP or Defensive Player of the Year All-NBA. Guys didn't face those rules before.
So stopping Draymond's ramblings right there, that clip personifies the modern-day NBA player. When someone like Adam Silver comes in, puts in a 65-game rule, they'll complain about that rule being too tough, too hard, and players in the past not having that same rule. And ask yourself, why did players in the past not have this rule? Well, obviously, they didn't abuse load management, sitting out games when they weren't hurt, and not playing basketball. For Draymond Green, he totally misses the point, strikes out swinging, and can't fathom the idea it's his era, his fellow superstars, who abuse load management and caused this new rule.
You can't handle the truth!
Now, speaking of upholding the standard, we have the All-Star Game. Now, in current year, the All-Star Game is an absolute debacle, a mockery, and a joke of a game. In large part due to fans complaining so much and so often, Adam Silver and Steph Curry have changed the All-Star Game format, which of course I'm not for. But now you have guys like LeBron James and Kevin Durant, even a Booker coming out of the woodwork, saying, you know, East versus West is better, and this new format is stupid. And of course, I do agree with that, but the problem is how we got here was because of you guys not taking it seriously.
All-Star Game formats changing, all the formats terrible in my opinion, and we should just go back to East-West.
Uh-oh, this is shot.
Okay.
Wow,
I'm more into the nostalgia. I agree with Kev. I like East versus West.
on the floor as the players resume their warm-ups. Gilgeous-Alexander.
For a lot of NBA players nowadays, they recognize these problems, understand these problems, and hate the new rules Adam Silver's adding. But at the same time, it doesn't click, I'm responsible for these changes and the way the league's going. And for the All-Star Game specifically, I don't care what color the floor is, what the uniforms look like. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is the play on the court and the guys actually trying. You could have the best uniforms, the best court, and the best city in America, and the game could still be crap if you don't take it seriously. At the end of the day, the players have all the control in this league. They start playing well, taking the game seriously, the NBA will thrive. They stop taking it seriously, take their foot off the gas, it will suffer big time.
Addition of Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, of those guys he has meant to the state of Indiana in basketball. Put up 2 of them.
I mean, Reggie, gold medal, MVP.
For Towns, Halliburton, go get it. 205 points.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
So stopping that right there, absolutely disgusting, embarrassing, and the players who played in that game should be ashamed of themselves. I mean, how many easy layups, easy uncontested dunks, and 40-foot threes can you stomach? For me, I've seen too much of it too often in the All-Star Game, as well as the regular season. And the frustrating thing for me personally, watching a lot of older NBA games, older NBA All-Star games, it hasn't always been this way. This is like a new phenomenon in the NBA of the All-Star Game not being taken seriously, even semi-seriously. I mean, last year, cracking 200 points That's ridiculous. 183s, unheard of, couldn't imagine that 10 years ago. But last year, we got both those. In all honesty, it was a 48-minute three-point contest with no defense, no effort, no anything. And the problem is, a three-point contest, 48 minutes, would have been more interesting and more entertaining than the actual All-Star game. That's how bad it was. And if you guys want to watch a compelling All-Star game that has great defense and offense, there's great all-around play, watch the All-Star game from 1988. For me, it's my personal favorite. I mean, look at these lineups. Magic, Jordan, Kareem, Bird, Hakeem. I mean, that right there on its own, 5 of the 12 greatest players in league history. Also, Moses, Isaiah, Dominique Wilkins. I mean, the talent, the star power, it's there, just like today. But those guys, they were competitors, especially at the All-Star game. And I'm telling you guys right now, go to the first quarter, third quarter, early fourth quarter, any part of this game, and I guarantee you, there'll be defense being played.
Misses one, and the West lead is 4. Thomas trying to go the distance, loses it. Moses Malone gets it back. Moses, and it was Magic Johnson. And Bird tried to save it, but he did into the hands of England. Jordan with another steal, and it's 4-0. Jordan doubles on Hakeem. Off balance, Bird was in his way.
We see the adjustment defensively that the East has made. They're looking to come back in and double.
Now, stopping that All-Star game right there, that is actual basketball, meaningful basketball, and a great All-Star game. And again, what we're asking for at these games isn't Game 7 level defense or playoff defense. All we're asking is a little bit of competition, you know, a pickup style game where you're playing semi-seriously, giving some effort with some heart and soul. And my larger point of bringing this up, don't let modern day superstars rewrite history. The All-Star game back in the day, it was 100% meaningful for the fans as well as the players. And of course, both those parties went to the best players in the world to go at it and compete. Back then, you got it. Today, non-existent. Now, my last point for this video is pretty simple. For modern day NBA players, they see the NBA now as a successful business, a billion-dollar business, which of course it is. But how the NBA became this, it took decades upon decades, players upon players, to reach these heights we're at now. It wasn't just one player, one era, boom, bam, we're right here, billion-dollar business. It took tons and tons of time. But the sad thing is, all that can be undone with one bad era of basketball, which I think we're currently in. And for a lot of players nowadays, it's kind of common and it's in vogue to dump on past eras the players, you know, skinny white dudes, some guys who couldn't jump, couldn't shoot, you know, stuff like that. They'll crap on those eras 24/7, not knowing those guys built the NBA that they're taking advantage of in the present year. And whether you're talking Russell, Chamberlain, West, Oscar, Bird, Magic, one thing's undeniable. All those guys in those eras had worse travel, worse medical care, got paid much, much less, and still gave more effort, played harder on a night-to-night basis. How is that possible 30, 40, even 50 years ago? It shouldn't be, but it is. If there's any fans out there who can explain that to me of why players back then played harder, gave more effort, I'd love to hear it.
Well, we're waiting.
So that right there is the end of the video, and the NBA right now is a major crossroads. On one hand, they can go down this path of not caring, being nonchalant, cashing their paychecks, and being fine. On the other hand, they can reverse course, start taking the game seriously, changing it for the better, cash that paycheck, and get everyone's respect. And in regards to this year's All-Star game, if they don't take this game seriously with all the backlash leading up to the game, these players, this era, it's a lost cause, not worth saving. This All-Star game in Golden State this year is a make-or-break event for the NBA going forward. If the guys try to play hard, I'll applaud them. If they don't, it's going to be very, very ugly. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.